Top 10 countries with the most natural resource. Number 10, Venezuela. This South American country has natural resources estimated at $14.3 trillion. They include iron, natural gas, and oil. As of 2019, it was the fourth largest oil-producing member of OPEC. In 2020, it had the largest proved oil reserves on the globe. It also has the 10th largest reserves of natural gas. Other natural resources include iron ore, gold, bauxite, hydropower, and diamonds. Number 9, Iraq. Iraq possesses $15.9 trillion in natural resources. Its desert terrain holds petroleum, natural gas, phosphates, sulfur. Iraq is the second largest crude oil producer in OPEC. It ranks as the world's fifth largest holder of proved crude oil reserves, and it depends on the export of crude oil for a major amount of its revenues. Number 8, Australia. Australia has an estimated $19.9 trillion in natural resources that include coal, timber, copper, iron ore, gold, and uranium. Australia, which is about 80% the size of the United States, is a large producer of oil and liquefied natural gas. Its proved oil reserves measured 2.4 billion barrels at the end of 2021. The country is also the largest net exporter of coal, with 29% of global coal exports. Its other natural resources include alumina, iron ore, copper, tin, gold, silver, uranium, nickel, tungsten, rare earth elements, mineral sands, lead, zinc, and diamonds. Number 7, Brazil. Brazil has natural resources worth $21.8 trillion, including gold, iron, oil, and uranium. In 2019, Brazil was the 8th largest oil producer in the world. A 2018 estimate found that 61.9% of its land was forested and 23.5% was permanent pasture. Its mining industry focuses on bauxite, platinum, copper, gold, iron, and tin. Timber is also a valuable natural resource. Brazil has an immense installed capacity of hydroelectric power production. Number 6, China. China has natural resources estimated to be worth $23 trillion. 90% of China's resources are coal and rare earth metals. Timber is another major natural resource found in the country, as is arable land. Also, due to its natural resource of water, it has the world's greatest hydropower potential. Other resources that China possesses include rice, oil and natural gas, and immense amounts of metals such as gold and aluminum and minerals. Number 5, Iran. Iran's natural resources are worth an estimated $27.3 trillion. In 2020, this country was the 5th largest crude oil producer in the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries OPEC. It was the world's 3rd largest natural gas producer in 2019. Other natural resources include coal, chromium, copper, iron ore, lead, manganese, zinc, and sulfur. Arable land, pistachios, saffron, and fruits also contribute to the estimated value. Number 4, Canada. 4th on the list is Canada. This vast country has an estimated $33.2 trillion worth of natural resources. It has the 3rd largest oil deposits after Venezuela and Saudi Arabia. The commodities that the country owns include industrial minerals, such as gypsum, limestone, rock salt, and potash, as well as energy minerals, such as coal and uranium. Metals in Canada include copper, lead, nickel, and zinc, and precious metals like gold, platinum, and silver. Canada is a leading producer of natural gas. Number 3, Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is a small country in the Middle East and is slightly larger than Mexico. Saudi Arabia has $34.4 trillion worth of natural resources, notably oil. The nation has been a leading exporter ever since oil was discovered in 1938, with 15% of the world's reserves as of 2020. The country's economy depends heavily on its oil exports. However, natural gas capacity and processing has risen since 2015, while that for oil has decreased. Saudi Arabia's other natural resources include copper, feldspar, phosphate, silver, sulfur, tungsten, and zinc. Number 2, United States. The estimated value of natural resources in the U.S. is $45 trillion, almost 90% of which are timber and coal. In fact, the U.S. is the leading producer of coal. As of 2020, it had the largest proven coal reserves in the world. Other resources include substantial copper, gold, oil, and natural gas deposits. Also making the list are lead, molybdenum, phosphates, rare earth elements, uranium, bauxite, iron, mercury, nickel, potash, silver, tungsten, zinc, petroleum, natural gas, timber, and arable land. Number 1, Russia. Russia's natural resources reserves are worth $75 trillion by Statista's estimate. This amount incorporates, among other things, coal, oil, natural gas, gold, timber, and rare earth metals. Russia's Ministry of Natural Resources and the Environment produced a much lower estimate of $910 billion in 2019. Russia holds the world's largest proved natural gas reserves at 1.32 quadrillion cubic feet, accounting for nearly 20% of the global total as of 2020. Russia also has the second largest gold reserves at 6,800 tons, or more than 12% of global total as of 2021. Russia was the world's third largest crude oil producer at 12% of global supply in 2020. Russia's proved oil reserves were the world's sixth largest at an estimated 107.8 billion barrels. In industrial diamonds, the country accounted for a third of 2021 global production and 61% of the commodities reserves.